Hey everybody, welcome to the Magic Weekly News Update for September 3rd, 2017 on the Mana Leek. I'm John as always, and this week had a lot of news. I can't quite hit every cool little tiny thing that's happening, like the interactive Ixalan map that's being slowly revealed over time, or each and every spoiler that has come out, but I will hit a lot of the stories that will be of most interest. Up first, you've heard about this most likely, but Wizards addressed the leaked rare sheet. As I expected, it was in fact a flat-out theft, and the person responsible has been arrested. Wizards addressed it in a very good article, in my opinion, stating that they typically don't address rumors. This, of course, annoys many players, but it makes complete sense. If they addressed some, then staying quiet on other rumors is identical to them just confirming them. And, of course, if they address all rumors, then people can just start random rumors until they guess correctly and get it confirmed. But Wizards did address this and decided to change spoiler season up a bit. Rather than show off mostly rares and mythics through preview articles, content creator exclusives, I still haven't got one, by the way. If you think I should, maybe drop Wizards of the Coast a tweet or something, etc. They'll be showing mostly uncommons and commons, and at a little bit of a slower rate. In addition to that, however, they revealed and confirmed every rare from the rare sheet that was legible or figured out by the community. With the spoilers starting, I've just started my set notes for the set review, which will be starting on the 15th of the month, and just a reminder that if you're a Patreon backer, you do get access to those notes. So check that out over at patreon.com/themanaleek. Along with these spoilers came a fairly big rules change. Planeswalkers are now legendary, and all previous Planeswalkers will be changed to be legendary as well. In addition to this, the Planeswalker uniqueness rule is going away, which means that you can have multiple Planeswalkers that are Planeswalker-Jace. You just can't have multiple Planeswalkers with the same printed name up at the top. This is a great consolidation of rules. It makes explaining the game far easier. Planeswalkers now function identically to legendary creatures. This opens up a whole host of deck building options across all formats. You can now have multiple Jaces out, multiple Gideons out. You can still only have one Tybalt, for now anyways. I'm definitely interested to see if this shakes up any formats, and I'll be watching carefully for sure. As a quick note, you still cannot use a Planeswalker as a commander unless it says on the card that you can. I'm not sure why this caused any confusion. You can't have Umezawa's Jitte as your commander. Why would you suddenly be allowed a legendary non-creature as your commander? The banned and restricted list was updated as usual on Monday, and while there were changes, they won't affect too many people because they were purely focused on vintage. Thorn of Amethyst and Monastery Mentor were restricted, meaning you can only play one copy of each, and Yawgmoth's Bargain was unrestricted. You can now play up to 4 copies. Monastery Mentor was a little bit too strong because there's a ludicrous amount of 0 and 1 cost spells in the format, and Thorn of Amethyst was allowing Mishra's Workshop decks to be a little bit too dominant. Yawgmoth's Bargain was unrestricted, as Wizards of the Coast does actually want players to play with as many cards as possible in Vintage. That's the point of the format. The decision was between Bargain or Windfall, and they felt that Yawgmoth's Bargain was a safer step as there's frankly more powerful draw engines already like Griselbrand. And Windfall had other potential problems in that it's blue and can be pitched to Force of Will, etc. So they took the safe first step of Yawgmoth's Bargain, but I wouldn't be surprised if Windfall does get unrestricted at some point as well. All told, I have no idea how this will play out, as I have basically zero experience with Vintage, though I'd certainly like to give it a try sometime. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these changes. If you have experience with Vintage, is this going to change it? Is this going to do something big? Is this great? Is this horrible? Let me know. A quick little announcement for everyone scrambling to find Commander 2017 decks. They will be reprinted, and honestly, this also I'm not sure why it's a shock, because Commander decks have been reprinted for years now, only becoming sparsely available around the time that the following year's Commander set comes out. But Magic players on the internet have a tendency to assume the absolute worst unless they personally receive a signed affidavit from Wizards of the Coast detailing their exact 10-year business plan. Anyways, don't spend ludicrous amounts on these decks. You will be able to find them. You might have to wait a few weeks for the next shipment to come, but you'll find them. This little piece of news I'm really excited by, but it kind of snuck by. I barely even noticed it, and people aren't really talking about it too much. But buy-a-box promos are changing. Up until Ixalan, when you bought a booster box from a local game store, so not Walmart or some big box store like that, you would receive a foil alternate art promo card from that set. Sometimes these were super useful, like Goblin Rabblemaster from M15 or Sylvan Caryatid from Theros. Mostly they were pretty mediocre, like Wildfire Eternal from Hour of Devastation. Those cards will still exist, you'll still get them, and we already know that we're getting Burning Sun's Avatar for this set. But you get that card now inside of a 9-card booster pack that has that card, 4 rares or mythics from the set, 2 foils, and 2 foil lands. Getting more is awesome, especially 4 guaranteed rares. There's no mention yet if there's going to be a special distribution for those rares, but I would doubt it. I really expect this to just be an extension of the standard showdown packs that they've already been doing, and standard showdown packs have a normal distribution from what we've seen. Very cool, very excited to get my hands on the first one of these in a few weeks, and I'll probably even do a special crack-a-pack of it. We talked a month or so ago about how MTGO promos were changing and that you'd now get a booster pack that contains a random promo from a large list, as opposed to one specific promo for that month. Well, that list has been updated with a ton of new and often fantastic art for those promos. Those include Copy Artifact, Elvish Spirit Guide, Helm of Obedience, and good old Stasis. The art looks really cool. I'd be really happy to open any of these in my promo boosters for sure. I would expect to see a lot more of this, of them getting art on older cards as this new promo program kind of begins and ramps up to speed. Finally, something that the Magic TCG subreddit despises, there was an announcement about an announcement. I really don't get the outrage about announcements of announcements beyond it being a childish kind of I want it right now and I don't have it right now and I'm angry response. This is how marketing works. This is why movies have trailers and why trailers have teaser trailers. It makes you think about it and keep thinking about it. You talk about it with your friends, and even if you're complaining about it, the marketing is spreading. So as usual, Reddit, chill out. Anyways, the Magic the Gathering Arena announcement stream will be this Thursday, September 7th, and we'll get to find out what this is all about. Very presumably, this will be the Magic Duels replacement. We already briefly talked about this. There's no reason to expect this to be a first-person shooter or some sort of crazy Hearthstone clone or anything like that. It's probably just going to be the replacement for Magic Duels. It could potentially have some minor tweaks to the UI or something, but I don't think we're going to be going, kind of crazy with this. A few little details include that Amaz, the Hearthstone streamer that everyone complained should not have gotten an invite to the Pro Tour, he probably is terrible at Magic and then day 2'd the Pro Tour, is being involved in the stream, and that also strongly suggests it's going to be an online version of Magic, a much more probably stream-friendly and casual-friendly Magic Duels style game. I'll be watching this for sure to find out what the game is, and I'll of course be reporting on it next week. Anyways, that's it for this gigantic week of news. I expect next week will be mostly dominated by the Magic Arena news, but we'll see if any other stuff pops up here or there. And then, of course, after that, we will be into set reviews the following weekend. So as always, I want to hear what you think about all this news. Are you excited about Magic the Gathering Arena, the promos changes on MTGO, and the buy a box? Do you play Vintage? Let me know about that banned and restricted list change. As I said, I don't really know what this does to the format, so let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me on Twitter at @TheManaLeek. That's L-E-E-K, like the vegetable, not the card. You can also find me at Facebook.com/TheManaLeek, Twitch.tv/TheManaLeek, and Patreon.com/TheManaLeek. As I said, if you are a Patreon backer, you do get access to my set review notes, which means you can immediately, right now, start following along with my grades, and of course, you'll have access to those all throughout your drafting, so you can refer back to them. If you do like the videos, click that thumbs up button. If you haven't already and you want to see more, click subscribe. And if you do have questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see y'all next time.